Aloha, friends and family, and welcome back to the channel. Let's talk about narratives and the wrong narrative. If you have the wrong narrative when you're looking at all these world events, you're not going to understand the truth. You're not going to see the truth. What do I mean by wrong narrative? Most people are looking at the news and all the events going on, and they're still filtering it through that old way of thinking of all countries are still in opposition with each other. Everybody's still skeptical of the other country. So everybody's just doing what's best for their own interests. And so you still got to worry about Russia, or you still got to worry about China, or you still got to worry about the United States. That sorry, wind blew the door open with the draft. Anyway, you've got to stop filtering everything through that thought process. We are going into a unified world. Let's look at BRICS again. BRICS, B-R-I-C-S, stands for Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa. And now there's plenty of other countries that have come into the fold. And the primary purpose of BRICS is to begin to bring about this new financial system that levels the playing field for all countries, makes things fair, makes things decentralized, and keeps this old world way of countries being able to put pressures on other countries through sanctions or whatever to control them. So I'm telling you, the mechanisms for control on the earth are going away, and you have to stop filtering the news through that old way of thinking. And you might, let's look at China as an example. Most people, when they look at China, or they think about China, or they're looking at what China's doing, they're thinking of it as it's the old world China. It's the communist regime of China, and they're only doing what they're doing because they want to strengthen their communist regime. That's wrong. The Republic of China is what is part of BRICS, the Republic of China. They're in agreement with all the other alliance members, and alliance members kind of goes beyond BRICS, but prior to BRICS coming about, I would talk to you about the alliance, and I would have nothing to be able to basically say this or that is the alliance. It's just a white hat group of people inside of these countries that have, through Trump, have now all made an agreement to come into this new world. Again, where all the countries are not trying to stronghold each other and dominate each other, but they're all looking to be fair with one another and have a free, open economic system. So let's also look at all the war going on. There's all this war going on. There's all these bombings going on. There's all this stuff going on. And the narrative out there, again, has to do with the old way of thinking, where it's just these two factions that have been at war since millions of years or thousands of years ago. It's just the same old thing. They always do it. That's not what's going on. The wars are about getting rid of these terrorist organizations that existed in all these different countries under different names. And if they even had a name, like most of them were probably just underground, period. And so the cabal, the global elitist, the freaks, they could manipulate things inside these countries through these groups that, again, they're just paying them. So they're just paying these thugs to go be thugs in whatever capacity in different countries. All right. So that's what the war is about. That's the ones that's being gone after. That's the ones being gotten rid of. And when they're gone and when this is over and when Trump comes back, it's going to be a different world. And here's the kicker. Well, let's finish that other thought of these groups that are being gotten rid of. Okay. They're heavily involved in the trafficking, not just heavily, they are the traffickers. These groups in these countries connected to these dark hats are the traffickers of humans, children, young people, drugs, guns, weapons, and they do the terrorism in the different places, right? So not any longer. That's what's being cleaned up. So we can see then all these countries involved in all of this stuff. BRICS is a thing now, so I don't have to say the alliance. And then you think, well, what does he mean by the alliance? And again, the alliance even includes off-world folk, but I'm not going to take us there because I'm trying to put this in a context where people that are still coming up can grasp it and get it and see it. So America is last in this whole operation on purpose. Okay, Kamala and the whole regime, they're all about to fall publicly. They're all about to be dealt with publicly. And after that, America will suddenly come into the fold and be like, hey, we need to make this new economy great. We need to make America great again. And that's when XRP is going to explode in the news everywhere. Everybody is going to know what XRP is. All right? And that's going to be the driver. The real driver of it is the RLUSD, the real US dollar. All right? That's going to be the driver of this new economy that Trump's going to, boost and it's going to explode. Not only that, all the stuff that's been going on behind the scenes here in America with the dark hats for trying to suppress the digital world, bringing about fake, false lawsuits, same thing they did to Trump, trying to turn the legal system into a lawfare system and a warfare system to attack things that there was no attack there. There was no there, but they did it anyway. Okay, that's all about to be exposed. We've got documentary specifically about XRP and the criminality that's gone on for the last 4 or 5 years now. And so suddenly it's all going to be exposed to everybody. It's going to switch over on a dime. We're going to flip into this new world, this new economy, this new opportunity. Trump's already talking about going after, getting the illegals out of here, bringing America back to what it was in essence, but without the tyrants at the top getting ready to put their tentacles into everything we do, right? So you get out of the old narrative of thinking of everything as the way that it used to be, right? Countries were all suspect of each other, different races were all suspect of each other. Everybody was always just serving their own interest, and it was all just tight and constricted and frustrated. Okay, that's not the new world. The new world is open, free. Let us take a deep breath of fresh air. That's the new world. You can breathe here. Okay? You can breathe in the new world. And you can also have some wealth in the new world. And those that wake up fastest, those who see it first, are going to benefit the most from it. Those, again, if you're still in that old way of thinking and you're still looking at the world in the lenses of all the old paradigms, you're not going to see this until later. eventually everybody will see it because you won't be able to help but see it. But that's going to occur at different times for different people because different people are in different levels and they have seen and heard different things and they have different beliefs about what they've seen and heard, okay? So I get it. Everybody's at where they're at and it's fine, but I'm just trying to give people a boost up to tell you, man, if you can see the future for real, you can really position yourself well, but you're going to have to get that level of consciousness to where you can see into the future. And also, you're knowing of you are the co-creator of that future that you're seeing. And so you're in the driver's seat fully. And we leave you in that driver's seat in the love, unity, and light of the infinite creator. It's about to get crazy. Until next time, my beautiful friends and family.